Okay, Wild Horses. This is, of course, originally a Rolling Stones song. This version here, I'll be focusing a little more on the Sundays version from the 90s. Both versions, for the most part, could be pretty much compatible. But this one has a second guitar in it that just has some really cool effects on it and plays some really cool voicings on things that just really does it for me. I dig it, and the vocal for this version is really awesome too. So we'll go with this version. But like I said, this first guitar will work just as well for the other version, the Rolling Stones version. Okay, and we'll just jump right into this intro here. We're going to do a G chord, but this is that G chord style where we're going to want to include that third fret on the B also. So get that extra D note in there. Okay, we'll just do a couple measures of that. And the strumming's pretty loose on this. For most of this, there's don't have to have some like super concrete strumming style on it. Just keep it pretty loose. Something light and easy. All right, so a couple measures of that G chord, and then we go to a C. Same deal, a couple measures. Okay, and then we just basically repeat that, the G and the C. All right, now at that last measure of the final C, we can add a little add 9 action. So we just hit the C, do a pinky on the third fret of the B, back to the regular C. Get that little trick there. Okay, so all together. All right, and continuing with the first guitar into the first verse here. We'll kick off with a B minor chord. All right, a couple measures worth. G chord. And that second measure of the G chord, you can add a little of those, typical kind of open to second on the A, and then we hit an open D under it. Kind of goes hand in hand with the G chord, really. Something like that, and repeat that twice, the B minor and the G. Okay, it's nice and loose strumming there, no big deal. All right, and then we get to this A chord, or A minor, and we want to start arpeggiating a little more. And this is all, if you want to follow the song exactly here, you could probably just strum away on the chords here and it won't be a big deal, but he does some arpeggiating here, so we just kind of pick through it a little more. Do like so we got our A minor, and we just do like the open A note to like the first on the B, and then do it again, and then just pick, top to bottom on this. So the first, second, and second on the B, G, D, something like that. Just pick through it, something in that fashion. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, and then once again, just from like top to bottom here, hit the open E, and then we kind of want to add a pickup note here because we're going to a C chord, but we want to add that B note pickup here. That happens a lot, so we do. Okay, so it's, and then we go to our C chord, and we want to pick through that as well. Okay, so just kind of pick down through that, the A to D string here. Hit the 1 on the B, back through it again. Okay. And then just up through it. Okay. And then from here, we want to, at the very last second measure of that C chord, the last couple beats, we want to form a D chord because we're going to pick through a bit of that, where we do the open D, the G, second on the G, okay, and then the second on the E. Okay, so just to put the A minor through the C with that D on the end, that whole section together a little bit for you. Okay, and then we go to back to just kind of normal strumming. We go to a G chord, a couple measures, hit a D, one measure, and then the second measure we can kind of pick through it a little bit, where we do this kind of sus4, the 3 on the E, pull that off to the second, and then pick through the chord. Alright, and then we do the second on the E to open, and then pick through the chord. This cool little kind of scale you can do inside that chord. Alright, so then you just put the whole verse together for you here. And you're going to want to go through the whole thing twice. Alright, now the chorus, it's going to be an A minor chord. Alright, just strumming normal here. A minor. Couple measures to a C. Alright, and before the second measure of the C's out, we'll hit that kind of on the last beat there. Just basically take that C formation you got there. And we're going to want to basically hit a D, but we can do it really nice. And I'm pretty sure this is how he does it in the song, where we just take that and just slide it up to your frets. So just... Okay. Alright, and then from there, we go to a G chord, one measure, to F for one measure, and now C. And with the C, we could strum it once. Then we want to kind of do this picking where we do our kind of how like we do that ubiquitous open to 2 on the A with the G. We do an open to 2 on the D with the C. Okay, so just hammer on open to 2 here on the D, and then once you've done that, you can just kind of hit the full chord again, something like that. We want to do it twice. Just a subtle thing you can throw in there. Alright, and that's pretty much the chorus progression. We go through that twice. Alright, now we have this cool interlude section here, and it throws in some new chords for us, some kind of jazzy, ethereal sounding chords here. Cool though, I like them. There starts with a F major 7. We could do this by doing 3 on the D, 2 G, 1 B, open E. Okay, there's a couple measures of that. Now C major 7. It's basically just a C chord, but just leave the B string open. Okay, so we're just 3 on the A, 2 on the D, everything else open. Okay, then back to the F major 7. And the second measure of this, we can throw in a little thing where we do 3, 1, 0 on the E with our pinky pointer open. Okay, then back to our C major 7. Alright, In the second measure of this, we do just normal C, D, okay, and then we just kind of ride this G for about 4 measures. Okay, so all together for that. Alright, the outro for the guitar, it's pretty much the same thing that happens in the intro. It's just at the very end, we just kind of add a G, you know. Just let that G ring out. So, same thing as the intro, but after you do your C add 9 section there, just hit a G to end it. Alright, and my favorite parts of the song here are these, this second guitar. And it's just, you know, they drowned it in reverb, chorus, and a little bit of delay. And I'll leave you some links in the description for the pedals I use. But yeah, you just want to crank those on there. Keep it pretty clean. But it's just this really cool sounding guitar doing some interesting juxtapositions with what the other guitar is doing. So, first verse, it's a little subtle. Just kind of hitting some bass notes and some small little notes here and there. It's going to kick off by just doing like a slide down to the second on the A. Okay, and like I said, that's the kind of sound you want. Alright, and then we slide up to 10 on the A. Alright, and then we repeat that twice. Alright, and now we do a quick 5, 7 to 5 slide on the E. Alright. And then into the next measure here, we do 9 on the D. And just a heads up, any note that's being played on the G string that it's shown here, in the song, those only happen in the second run through of this progression, but you can throw them in there the first time, no big deal. Okay, so then we go to 9 on the D. Okay, to 7 on the A. Alright, and then we do 5 on the G. Okay, now we do a 2, A, 3, back to 2. Alright, and then just finish it on a 5 of the A. Okay, so like I said, some really like cool like suspended notes and stuff like that getting mixed in. So it sounds especially nice in the context of the other guitar. So just try this all together now. Alright, chorus comes in for the second guitar. Really fun part to play here. Sounds cool. We come way up here. We make a super high voiced A minor chord. Okay, 14G, 13B, 12E. And we're going to hit that 3 times. Alright, now we go to 12B, 10E. And we do that a quick 4 times on that. Okay, to 10B, 8E. And then back to the 12B, 10E. And then hit that 3 times. Okay. And now we do our 12B, 10E quick 4 times again. To 10B, 8E. Okay, so just get that first part here again, slowly. Okay, so we're kind of going down and then back up and then back down. And now we do 8B, 7E a couple times, and then up to 10B and 8E. Okay, so and you want to do that twice, and then just finish it on a couple measures worth of 9 on the G, 8 on the B, and an open E. Okay, so now we just try the whole thing slowly now. Alright, now you just get it up to tempo. Alright, and the second verse comes in for the second guitar, and this does some cool like picking exercises here. Just kind of going between two strings, nothing too crazy. But we're going to be at the 5 on the A, 7 on the D, and we're just going to pick between those two, kind of like an offbeat kind of style, just couple measures of that. Then we do 5 on the A, 4 on the D, same thing. Okay, but after we do about 3 pickings of that, I guess, then we would just, instead of hitting the 4 on the D, just hit an open G string, and then back to the normal 5 to 4. So it'd be something like. So, and we would just repeat those two different progressions twice. Alright, now we switch up to 5D, 4G, and kind of pick it similar to how the last one we did, where we go between it a few times, and then we switch that 4 on the G to 5 once, and then go back to the 4. So something like. Okay. Okay. And then we come up to 7 on the D and 5 on the G. But here, we're going to switch that 5 on the G to a 7 on the G the second to last time that we do it, just like the other picking styles. Alright, and then we go back to our 5 and 4 on the D and G. And the first time through, we just end it on an A note, so you just do it here at the second on the G, and just kind of let that ring out because everyone just kind of rests. Alright, so first time through. Okay, and the second time we go through the second and third verse for the second guitar, instead of just resting on that second, we just kind of repeat those last 2 progressions that we did. All right, so it would just be something like this. in the interlude for the second guitar. We're just kind of strumming some like really small chords here, just 4 times, a couple measures worth. So we'll do 1st fret B, 3rd on the E. Okay, just do that twice, couple measures. Okay, and then to 3 on the B, open E, couple measures worth, about 8 strums. And just repeat that whole thing twice. Alright, and then we can add it with this little scale up where we do 3 to 5 on the B, hit it again, 5 to 7, and hit the 7 again, and then end it on the 8. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.